Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
402-403-9478. It's our texting number. You're probably not even by a phone. You're probably outside enjoying the beautiful weather for a little stroll along the park path.
Right.
I don't know if I give kudos.
With the windows down.
Right. Right. I don't know if I give kudos to the person that's out jogging this morning because they're savage or they're idiots.
I saw one this morning, and in full gear. I mean, full regalia. I'm talking matching running pants with hat and shoes that had the same fluorescent color. So it was all really cool looking and jogging. And I was like, no,
no thanks.
You should be arrested.
Right.
For our own safety.
It's like it's okay. I totally understand when you're in like super good shape and you're like, oh, it feels the endorphins. Yeah, I totally get it. But then the pictures you see of some people that are runners and they throw them on Facebook and there are icicles on their eyes, just take a knee, dude. Take a knee.
Treadmill.
Or some burpees in the basement.
Yes.
That's it. You're good.
That's right. That's
Good
right. Lord. But yeah, it is. It's just brutal, and there's no sense in belaboring the point, except for the fact that I do have to, woe is us, lament the fact that we were going to get to talk to Clay Anderson this week in studio, and Texas, of course, is shut down. So,
yeah. So
he can't get out. Flights aren't flying. It's like it's just been a mess, and so he's going to have to wait. But. Other than that, I guess we're all in the same boat for the most part. Actually, it was really funny. I saw a great graphic of the country, and it shows the East Coast and the West Coast with their, like Florida, it was like 70-something yesterday in South Florida, Miami. So it had the East and West Coast with some warming areas, and then the middle of the country is all purple, because it's frozen. And I said, that right there, who put it up there? He put it up there. That right there is how my Hot Pocket looks out of the microwave.
That's so right.
Exactly.
That's funny. That is so right.
The edges are burnt and the middle is frozen.
Frozen still. You still power through because you're usually really hungry if you're having a Hot Pocket.
At that point, you've already been waiting 2 minutes. So.
Yep. Right. In honor of Clay, I did do the science experiment yesterday that the kids saw on TikTok, and it worked out well for me. I've got video of it. I don't know if I'll post it or not because I look like, I don't know, I'm just carrying a lot of holiday weight still from holiday 2018. It was where you put boiling water, then throw it up in the air and it turns to snow. We did that yesterday. That was awesome. It was fun.
Yeah. And I can't remember who. I saw somebody else doing that too and had a huge success. It was like, holy crap. When it's so cold, and there's snow everywhere, why not make more? That's awesome.
Right. It was, I know that TikTok never lies. Whatever you see on TikTok is the truth. So I knew it was probably going to work. I've just never done it because I just thought that's dumb, just like you said. But it's fun.
Yeah,
it's sizzle. Kind of like when you throw it up in the air, it's super fun.
Science
rocks.
Should have paid attention.
Right. I did. That was one of the classes I did pay attention in. I didn't do better because of it. I just paid attention. I remember dissecting the little pig and dissecting the worm, the frog. That's all I remember. That's it.
Typical guy things. You remember burning an ant? Oh, wait, that wasn't in science. That was outside.
That was just in passing in board land.
There you go.
We got tons of text messages.
Cool.
402-403-9478. It's JAMA. JAMA? JAMA?
JAMA.
Just listen to episode 256, Definition of Things. Can you please do an episode called Explanations of Songs? I'll expect it to be gross. Thanks. Yeah,
Ooh,
I don't. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
I think we kind of going back on some of and I think we'll find that link and share it because I don't want to talk about the WAP song again.
You brought it to the table.
I know. I know. Okay, this is doesn't say who. Does it? Nope. Just sent us a text in about Britney Spears. There's a show about Britney Spears on Hulu about everything that's going on around her. Less of a conspiracy, it looks like. Winky face. So, and here's a link that she sent. So I don't know. And I watched part of it, that New York Times or whatever one, and that seemed more pretty, not conspiracy theory. It just seems like she's being railroaded, but who knows? Thanks for that.
Didn't they just come out that they decided that her dad wasn't going to be able to continue at age 40 to be her whatever.
I don't know. I would hope,
because he just comes off as creepy in this whole deal.
Yeah. Well, her cousin, was it last week, Thursday or Friday? Her cousin of 10 years, so her 10-year-old cousin. Her cousin broke her silence of 10 years. She was her personal assistant up until 10 years ago, and she said, which we always kind of wonder, at least I do anyway, is like, where's her brother spoke out on a podcast last week saying, I wish her the best, blah, blah, blah. Where's her mom? Her cousin finally came out and said, Jamie, her dad, threatened me 10 years ago that I would kill you if you don't get away from Britney. So she's just like, I'm out. So that was 10 years ago. And that's the first time she said anything about it. Yeah. So because hopefully she said she feels like now she has the support of the country and it's not just her word against his. So hopefully something happens. I feel terrible for Britney Spears.
I do. I think that was, if you haven't had a chance to watch it, it is really good. And it's interesting just because of the fact that a lot of this was hidden by the cover of Paparazzi at the time because it was selling so many episodes, pictures, whatever you want to call it. It was so valuable to so many people that nobody wanted. I think once again we're hitting on one of those things where nobody wanted to tell what the real deal was because they didn't want to kill the golden goose. And so they kept things under wraps so they could continue to make money off of her.
Yeah.
Without her knowledge, even, you see her trying to be nice to the paparazzi, and she always was like really inclusive during that heyday, haywire period. But unfortunately, she was pushed to that point. And I remember when that, it was like, 12 years ago?
Yeah.
13 years ago when that happened. And it was so crazy that it just caught everybody off guard when, the shaving the head, the tattoos, the umbrella, and all that stuff started happening all at one time. And now we see what was really going on. And a lot of other people knew exactly what was going on, but they weren't going to say anything because they were being paid by her. Not by her, but indirectly.
Because of her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like with Michael Jackson. Everybody knew he was violently addicted to all these things. Prince as well. And it just, there are so many people that were not just making a little money, they were getting rich off these people, and they didn't want to see him go anywhere.
Nope. And now that the top's been kind of blown off of this, and I think you can kind of thank social media to a degree, just because so many things now have been put out there that couldn't be released before because we had so many gatekeepers. Yeah. And like the cousin, and I remember seeing her too, because she not just, it wasn't like pity, but it was like, she's such a sympathetic character. She's just like so unassuming and such, you know what I mean? It just looked like she genuinely cares, but she was genuinely scared.
Yeah.
He had a hold on her, and I can only imagine how many other people have been threatened the same way in all walks of life, and people then say, why didn't you say something? And, well, if you threaten my family, I kind of shut up.
Right. 100%. And then you throw a psycho dad in there, you throw in hundreds of millions of dollars, and man, people have done far more for far less.
And he had the ability, because of money, he could make her look crazy.
Yeah.
He could hire the people to do that, and then she'd be discredited.
Everybody's seen that Dateline or 48 Hours where a hitman, it's but it's a sting, and the hitman gets in the front of this Taurus or whatever and takes his $750 to go cap some guy's wife. It's like, dude, you're going to do that for $750, and the Spears camp, there's millions and millions and millions?
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. There's definitely players out there that would love to cash in on that. So, yeah, I don't blame it. It is. It's an interesting show, that's for sure. So if you get a chance, everybody thinks they know all the story of Britney Spears, and for the most part we do, but now you get to see more of the why. And God, can you believe she's almost 40?
No.
Or she is 40? It's either one of the two, but
it was all, and looking back on that, that episode specifically on whatever it was, the New York Times or New York Post or whatever, in going through how she was just, she was constantly sexually harassed when she was a teenager, with guys, interviewers talking about her boobs and if she's a virgin and blah, 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 blah. Number one, that could never happen now, ever. And it shouldn't have happened then.
No. She had nobody protecting her.
No, I know. It was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it really was. A lot of people just exploiting her. And and her family included, sadly. Which that's just that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty interesting though. It was an interesting show. Speaking of watching shows, as I mentioned before, I got hung up on Outlander.
Oh, that's a nice little dovetail into this next text message for you.
Is it really?
It says, JT,
Well,
so
bring it.
glad you're joining the Outlander party. Just be warned, there are some hard, a whole bunch of A's, episodes to get through. You'll know. And there are 4 seasons on Netflix, exclamation point. You'll get your questions answered.
You are okay. So yesterday afternoon, it was yesterday. Well, yeah, it was probably, I don't know, because I'm just on episode. What am I on? 3. I wrapped up season 4 on Netflix, and so I had to go seek out Stars because, oh gosh darn it, I had her name too, and I can't remember. She sent us a note. Connie, I think it was, sent us a note about Stars. Right now is $5 a month for 6 months.
Yeah.
And she said all of the Outlander series are on. Or episodes, series, seasons are on there. So I'm in season 5, episode 3 right now. And yes, there's some really hard stuff to watch in this. I mean, some of that, it warned you in advance. There's some, it's kind of like, again, we go back to Spartacus. And there was some real violence and other stuff. And same thing here.
Yeah. And other stuff.
But great. I mean, now that I'm into it after the first season, I was kind of getting frustrated because I couldn't find out what was going on because she had gone through the stones. And if you watched it, you know what I mean. And left people behind. Well, now it all makes sense. But now it's moving forward and it's good. It's really good. So I'm glad I'm back in it. And this is just 2020. So I'm not that late to the party.
No, you're not. Yeah, it's not with this one. You're not. You're good.
No, thank goodness. So yeah, it's going great. So yep, I'm watching that. So thanks to everybody that encouraged me to stick with it. Appreciate it.
This text is from Courtney. It says, listening to the definitions list on the pod, you can add conolingus to that list because I had to look that up. Smashy hand in the forehead emoji. P.S.
Bomb.
Thank God I used my phone and not my work computer. Eyes wide open emoji. Yeah, and I'm impressed that you did spell it right because I thought it was spelled Connie for the longest time.
Oh my God.
Connie Lingus. I'm like, man, Connie? She branded it even. She goes, this is fun. I'm going to name it after myself.
Oh my God, that's awesome. At least your computer didn't autocorrect.
Right? You would think my phone is supposed to get to know me, right? But it still autocorrects to ducking instead of the other one. Oh, still, even yesterday. And I said it, and it was like I don't even know why I was saying it. It's never like in an angry way, but I said it, and it when I hit send, it was ducking. So, and then at that point, funny. I'm a terrible speller anyway, awful grammar, punctuation's just through the roof. And so if I send something like that, I have to go back and correct it because I want people to know that I'm not an idiot. Like I go back and read, and I know my mistakes. I just type too fast. So I had to go back and asterisk correct.
You're not a
way
great
to do
proofreader.
No, I'm not.
That's what it comes down to.
I do proofread. I do proofread sometimes. When I do
That's why
proofread,
you're not a great one.
That's the key. I'm not a great one because I do proofread, but I swear to God, it's like that stupid Yanny and Yallo or whatever that thing is, or the dress is green, no, the dress is black. Pictures online. My brain knows what the text that I'm writing is supposed to say, so I read it how my brain wants to see it, and that's not how it is.
And the minute you send it, it turns green.
Yes.
Right? So you couldn't see it before, but the minute you see it, you can.
Like,
the minute
God.
you send it, you can see it.
Yes.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay, this is Lori at 402-403-9478. The pooping issue, she said. When my kids were younger and had friends over, we would do the dad routine from the movie Friday. Remember that? You know when Smokey or Smokey, whatever, knocks and asks to see the bathroom, and Dad asks number 1 or number 2. If it was 2, hell no. You go home and poop. This is some of the friends. That's right. When the boys got to be teens and their friends drove, my husband would tell them to drive to the gas station. So embarrassing. My kids were all grown up in their 30s. Their friends still take the no pooping at the deuce, no dropping a deuce at Mike's house rule. That's a great rule to have. If you got to poop,
well, especially
you go to the gas
teenage
station.
Boys. I'm just gonna say
100%. Our bathroom's almost done in our basement, and it is absolutely a no Bennett poop zone.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's not, and he's not happy about that. He wanted that to be his place to go and hibernate and be in there for 45 minutes. No.
Yeah.
The fixtures are too nice. We don't need that film and that filth in there.
Nope, you're gonna have to go. Does he have his own little half bath where he can go blow up?
No, because we have a bathroom in our bedroom, then the guest bathroom, and then we're building the bathroom downstairs, which is going to be a half.
Put an outhouse out there for him or something.
That may be something we
dude.
could just dig a hole in the backyard in the summer.
Gross. Awesome. Okay. I know something I was going to bring up. We were kind of talking about this before we started the podcast. Oh, it was something about watching. Oh, because I've been stuck on Outlander. That's why I haven't been watching the news at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, I knew it was going to be cold today. No surprise. You knew it was going to be cold yesterday. We knew at the forecast what was coming. But I didn't know they were doing the rolling blackouts until...
Did you get blacked out?
No, not at all. But they did in Bellevue, I guess, and some areas of South Omaha. I'm not sure, and maybe not South Omaha, but some areas of Omaha. But the reason why is because of the parent company, I guess you'd call it, for OPPD, is the same parent company from North Dakota to Texas.
Oh, okay.
That's why, since Texas is suffering, I don't know if it's like sucking power from us or what's going on, but I'm not really sure how that works, but people have been asked to conserve. But yeah, the rolling blackouts, I was like, what? This isn't California.
Right. Okay, so then because you keep your thermostat lower than I used to keep mine at 70, 72 a long time ago. Beth, we ride or die at 63. That's where we are. And I'm used to it now. The kids are used to it. It's great. So like normally 60, they're telling you OPPD or whatever is saying reduce it a couple degrees, like keep your house instead of at 70, do it at 68. Or instead of 69, do it at 65. We're already at 63. We don't have to conserve anymore. I've been conserving for 5.5 years.
Right. That's it. I'm already there. I'm not going any lower.
No.
This is it. I've got on 3 layers right now. So I'm like, okay, I just put on an extra layer. And I do have the leggings they're insulated leggings. What do I want to say? They're like lined.
Yeah.
They're super warm.
So Beth got some of those and she makes a funny face when she puts them on because it's like it's like heaven almost.
Oh, it is absolutely the best and way better than like long johns.
Is it a Costco holla?
What's that?
Costco pants?
No, they were not, but they're Amazon.
Okay.
But I've had them, but they were like a 5-pack of these doozies, and I've never really needed to wear them. And I was like, where the hell did I put those? And boom, there they were. This is like Christmas. So I'm like,
yeah.
So I got them, and then I got the pair of those socks that always remind me of Curious George.
They're
you know
yellow?
How Curious George was that with? Let me show you.
The monkey?
Can you see me? Let me see if you can see.
Oh my gosh! Yes. Oh, good Lord.
I'm not going anywhere.
If something happens to you, does that go on the burn list before anybody shows up? Does John Carroll know to burn those as well as the things in your nightstand?
The whole outfit should.
Yeah. She was naked with scorch marks all over her body when they found her. We don't know what happened as John's running down the alley.
Yes. Hair on fire.
That's right.
We gotta stop this. Oh my God. The only bad thing about this, because I really literally haven't left my house for 4 days?
Yeah.
I think something like that. I ran out of coffee filters.
So what you use?
And I knew that was coming, and I don't know why I didn't order. So I discovered the best way to make coffee. I may never use filters again. I'm not sure. Like, do you have like a wire mesh sieve that you use? Like it's.
Not a wire. No.
This a little one that's like you can put over a cup, and then it's just it's only about that big one. It's not a great big one.
I know what you're talking about, but we don't have one.
Yeah, so I took my coffee pot, and instead of putting a filter in, I put the coffee in the pot, and then ran the water through and let it sit for a few minutes, and then when I pour it through the sieve, like a charm.
So it's like basically French press coffee. It's like
I'm real fancy.
It's
right
like
now.
It's the white trash version of French press coffee.
Yes.
You literally just. I don't even know where to go with that.
I've used paper towels before as a filter.
Yeah, so have I. I guess that's
which is common. And I'm I don't want to do that because it's such a mess. And so I'm like, God, there's got to be another way. And then I saw that, and I'm like, yes, that'll work. And it did. It worked perfect.
I love French press coffee. I love it. It's just.
I don't think you can French press Folgers.
I don't think you're supposed to, but I do. I don't get fancy coffee to French press. I do whatever.
But this worked, and it was awesome. So I was pretty excited this morning because I didn't have coffee yesterday.
Well, that
wasn't happening again today.
There's your WT workaround of the day, courtesy of the Pat and JT podcast. That's awesome.
Yep. So I don't have to leave for another 3 more days.
That's right. You're good to go. You're good to go until that coffee runs out. Coffee and vodka.
Till the coffee
If you have
runs
that,
out,
you're
then
fine. Then you got. God.
And then I'm going to have to step out. I got to venture out and take these damn socks off.
All right. So you guys, you can text us 402-403-9478, and then Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's Pat and JT. Mine is Pat is a boy and that other JT on Twitter. So thanks for listening to our podcast.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.